Hey dudes, and welcome back to another video. On the weekends I usually go to the food shop and buy all the food that I will need for the rest of the week. And I also wanted to make a video, so I decided to combine both of these things, and you guys are coming with me to the shop. I know, adult life is so exciting. If we have the energy to deal with public transport, we would go to the Lidl because it's the cheapest. At least that's what I think. If I would like to enjoy the view of the waterfront and the weather is nice, I would go to the Tower supermarket in Sliema. It's a nice big grocery shop, it's clean, it has a lot of choices, but it is more expensive. At least that's what I think. And if I would feel super lazy, I would just go to the nearby convenience shop. It's small, it doesn't have a lot of choices, and I do believe that they make up the prices depending on how rich the customer looks. At least that's what I think. But today I'm going to all three of those shops. I'm going to compare the prices and finally know the real answer. Which shop in Malta is the cheapest? First, I need to make a list of all the things that I'm going to buy, but I will not buy the things that I usually buy that would get old quick. So this is me getting my list. Ready? Okay, now that I have my list ready, I decided I'm gonna go to Lidl first, buy all the things that I need, come back home, leave them here, then I'm gonna go to the other two shops, check their prices, come back home, and I'm gonna compare all three so that we finally know the answer. Alright, let's just get some reusable bags and go to Lidl's. Okay, got myself some food. Whew, it ain't easy shopping alone, I can tell you that. So, I'll put all my frozen stuff in the freezer, and then we're gonna go to the Tower shop, check the prices of the things that I bought, then we're gonna sneak into the convenience shop, check the prices there, and we'll be back. Let's go. I'm back from the shops. It's been a very long day, so this is all the things that I bought for next week. Hopefully I survive. Now I'm gonna show you what I bought, and then I'm gonna compare all the prices for everything that I bought. Makes sense? Yeah. One by one, I bought some frozen veggies, 1 kilo, 1 kilo couscous, basmati rice, 1 kilo, 1 liter of the cheapest possible wine, some margarine, an aubergine, have some sauce, cheapest possible sunflower oil, brown cane sugar. This is not the cheapest, well, it's the cheapest brown sugar, but it's like you can also get the white sugar, which is even cheaper, but I like this one. I bought a Red Bull just to compare the prices. A brick of coffee, ground coffee. I bought some pasta, 1 kilo as well. Some bananas. I can't remember how much weight was there, but I'll just check the prices in kilos anyways in all shops. And then I got few onions, which will also be checked in kilo prices. So now I'm gonna calculate all the prices and we'll return. And I have to put some of the stuff away especially the frozen stuff. All right, so I calculated all the prices from all the shops. It's actually a funny story because I was going to the tower shop after the convenience shop. I was already in Slema when I realized that the tower shop closes at 2 o'clock on Sundays, but I got all the prices from their online food shop, which should have the same prices, right? Anyways, so the prices will come from there, and the results will shock you. I mean, they will not, like it's just something that idiots put on internet when they want clicks from other idiots. Anyways, let's just talk about the things that I bought and the prices between all the stores, and you'll see yourself. Just so you know, I bought the cheapest possible stuff in Lidl, just because I'm not much of a food snob and I don't like to spend a lot of money, because I'm a cheap piece of shit. And if I couldn't find the same thing in other stores, I would get the cheapest possible in their stores. So that's where the prices are coming from. Let's start with the first thing in the list, and it was the tomato sauce for pasta, and in Lidl I spent €1.19. In convenience store it would be $2.15, and in Tower Shop that would be $1.45. The next thing in the list was actual pasta, and that was 75 cents for a kilo. Insanely cheap. Probably not the best quality, but like, who can tell a difference between the cheapo pasta and the expensive pasta? And if you can, then you're lying. So the pasta was 75 cents in Lidl, it was $1.26 in convenience store, and $1.50 if I would have bought it in the Tower Shop. So quite a big difference. And this oil was €1.09, $1.49, $1.50 in the convenience store, and $1.35 in the Tower Shop. The next thing I checked was the Red Bull. It was €1.09 in Lidl, $1.50 in the convenience store, and $1.15 in the Tower Shop. This is brown sugar. It was 99 cents in Lidl, $2.50 in the convenience store, and $1.85 in the Tower Shop. The next thing was coffee. I'm not much of a coffee snob either. I know that some YouTubers think that it's really cool to make a montage of how they prepare a cup of coffee in like 3 hours, but I really just don't care. As long as it tastes good and it doesn't taste like Subway restaurant coffee, I'm good. So the cheapo coffee was $1.69, and the cheapest coffee in the convenience store was $2.89. But you have to take in account that convenience store does not have like their own brand name thing, so they don't have the cheapo stuff. They usually just have like actual branded stuff, so the coffee was like a better coffee than the cheapo coffee. But the Tower Shop does have a cheapo coffee, and the cheapo coffee was $1.29, so that's a really good price for the Tower Shop. The next thing is my favorite brick wine. Once again, not a snob. This is the cheapest, shittiest wine you could get, but it's cheap and it's wine. And here in Malta, the cheapest, shittiest wine tastes a lot better than, let's say, a medium wine in Scotland. So the cheapo wine will do for me. The cheapo wine was $1.79 per liter, and in convenience store that would be $2.16 for a liter brick wine, and in the Tower Shop you could get it for $1.95. So not much of a difference, but hey, you collect the cent here, you collect the cent there, and you're a cheap piece of shit. The next thing is margarine, and that was $1.69 per half a kilo, and in the convenience it was $3, well $2.99, and in the Tower Shop it was $2.35, so a small difference. Basmati rice, which is a bit more expensive than the regular rice, but I just like this one better, and I'll pay 5 cents more for the taste. And that was $2.39 per kilo, and in convenience store it would be $5.25, and in the Tower Shop it would be $3.55. And once again, in the convenience store, in their defense, they did not have like the cheapo brand, they just had like the fancy brands, which for basmati rice would be expensive anyways. Couscous, 1 kilo, and this was $1.55 in Lidl, and let me sneak in, So they did not have the big packs in the convenience store, so they only had small packs which were like separated by 100 grams or something. So I calculated approximately it would be about 8 euros to get the same amount, which is like, it's not exactly fair, but hey, I got a big fat bag of this. And in the Tower Shop you could get this full bag for 2 euros, which is also more expensive. Then I got myself some bananas, and bananas, as I said, I calculated in kilos, and bananas cost 1.45 in Lidl, 2.50 in convenience store, and 1.69 in the Tower Shop. The next thing I got myself was the frozen soup. And the frozen soup, there is like, it's basically a bunch of frozen vegetables that you could turn into a soup, but that's the name of it. It was 1.59 in Lidl for a kilogram of veggies. It would be 3.50 in the convenience store, and it would be 2.25 in the Tower Shop. I also bought this thing and I wanted to compare, but I couldn't find it in the convenience store, so I didn't think it's quite fair to compare the prices if one doesn't even exist there, so I'm gonna skip that. So for all of these things I did spend 17.26 in Lidl, and if I would buy the same things in the convenience store, that would be 36.15, which is almost twice as much, even more. I'm bad at math, okay? And in Tower Shop that would be 22.36, which is more, but not that big of a difference. Yeah, maybe Lidl is a bit of a pain in the ass to get to, but if I go to Lidl and buy the same stuff 4 weeks in a row in Lidl instead of the Tower Shop, then in 4 weeks time I could buy the whole thing again, just from the difference that I would save. In the long run, if you have to buy your food anyways because you need to eat, then you save some money and it all adds up. We finally have our answer, even though nobody is shocked at all, but at least I got my food, at least I made some sort of a video, and we also got the answer. Lidl, unsurprisingly, is the cheapest grocery store in Malta. So now that we have our answer, you can do whatever you want with this information you just got, and this is pretty much the end of the video, so you can leave a like if you found it any useful, and if you want to see any more Malta related videos, you can subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!